You see, the truth hurts when you expose these troglodyte Neanderthal devils. I'm spitting out nothing but facts, not making shit up. The fact is that domestic terrorism, right, is caused and led by people classified as white. Point blank and simple. These are facts. White people have contributed to the largest mass shootings in U.S. history in the past 17 months. Those are facts. And so when these troglodyte trolls and these white supremacists get on my channel and make these, I'm looking at these comments right now, I'm laughing. You know, it is, I expect this and I expect a lot more. You know, look at this shit right here. I'm going to expose these dudes right here. All right. Some faggot with this avatar of a dog, right? This white supremacist named Mordella. GMOGMediaTV. Have you been to Chicago lately? Okay, see, you white supremacists need to be more original. Come with something better than what about Chicago? What about black on black crime? I've seen it all. I've heard it before thousands of times. Be more original. He continues to say, one thing all races have in common, they lack brain power. You are no exception. Okay, this I could tell. The way that you made that insult, I can tell you're younger than 18 years old. That wasn't creative at all. Do better than that. Do much better. That was trash. No brain power. That was beyond garbage. All right, so let's see. K-Boss, really embedded in the DNA. Really? Have you watched the evening news? Oh, because I said, see, I make these troglodyte bastards upset when I speak facts. And you know, they get upset, post their retarded comments on my channel with no facts to claim, right? With no primary sources, with nothing, with typical drivel coming from these white supremacist troglodytes. Typical drivel. What about Chicago? Black people are committing more crimes. That is a lie. That is a myth. There is no evidence to indicate that. Okay? White people commit more crime in a poverty-stricken area way more than black people. Those are facts. Okay? Crime and poverty go hand in hand. And when white people have no money, they are savage. Way more savage than people classified as black or African American. All right. But again, going back to the original video that I made about Devin Kelley. All right. The mass shooter out in Sutherland Springs, Texas, who killed at least 25 or more people, his own people, classified as white, out in Texas. That was him. That was y'all people. He killed y'all and used the Bible to justify what he did. Right? These so-called Christians. Okay? So I point out facts. You get mad. Deal with it. Those are facts. There's nothing. You can't erase facts. You can't get upset about facts. You can only, troglodytes can only try to get better. I mean, it's impossible. It's scientifically impossible for you guys to get better. It's embedded in your DNA. That's the way you guys were developed in the Caucasus Mountains. All right? Just deal with it. Those are facts. So, again, white people are the face of terrorism. It's been that way. And this guy, Devin Kelley, is a terrorist. Stephen Paddock is a terrorist. Dylan Roof is a terrorist. So on and so forth. People classified as white who do these mass shootings are terrorists. You think I'm making this shit up? Look, this is the definition of domestic terrorism. This is a definition of a domestic terrorist right here. I'm gonna pull it up right here for you guys to see. All right, this I've read this before in previous videos. This is the U.S. Patriot Act of 2001. Definition of domestic terrorism. Okay. This is the definition of a domestic terrorism. 1. by striking, assassination, or kidnapping, and inserting by mass destruction, assassination, or kidnapping. In paragraph 3, by striking, and in paragraph 4, by striking the period at the end and inserting and by adding at the end of the paragraph, the term domestic terrorism means, all right, activities that involve acts dangerous to human life that are a violation of the criminal laws of the United States or any state. Okay? To intimidate or coerce a civilian population, to influence the policy of a government by intimidation or coercion, or to affect the conduct of a government by mass destruction, assassination, or kidnapping, and occur primarily within the territorial jurisdiction of the United States. All right. Act of terrorism means an act of domestic or international terrorism defined in section 2331. So clearly what I just said, and again, I repeat, the term domestic terrorism means activities that involve acts dangerous to human life that are a violation of the criminal laws of the United States or by any state. That is the true definition of a terrorist. Domestic terrorism is caused by people classified as white in this country. They are the leading people of terrorism. Point blank and simple. All right, those are facts, guys. Those are pure facts. There's nothing that you guys can do about it. This is embedded in your DNA. Deal with it. Deal with it. You know, and you troglodyte trolls who go on my channel, you know, dumbing down my video because you're mad, you're upset, you're emotional about facts. When you got a white supremacist leader in Donald Trump, a.k.a. Clockwork Orange, who is the face of white supremacy, that is your God. That's the guy that you praise. That's your deity. You know, these white supremacists, they cling to a lot of things. One of the things is the Bible, guns, and Donald Trump. They cling to all three of those things. So whenever there's shit like that, this is happening right now, they're going to cling to their guns, their Bibles, and praise Donald Trump, Clockwork Orange. That's what they do. Point blank and simple. All right. And one more thing I want to read to you, and this is what I always fall back on my channel, is this article here from 1967. Okay. This article right here, the National Advisory Commission on Civil Disorders report. This was conducted by the government in the 1960s. Okay. Commissioned by, at the time, Lyndon Baines Johnson. He wanted to find out why there was so civil unrest in communities that were populated with people classified as Negro, Black, or colored at the time. These were the people who commissioned. These were the people who did the study. Right? This was the board who did the study on civil disorders in the 1960s. As you can see, the majority of the board is white. They found that the conclusion of their findings is very, very obvious, and it has not changed, and it's actually gotten worse. All right? And I'm going to read this paragraph, and I'm going to sign off after this. This first paragraph here. The summer of 1967 again brought racial disorders to American cities, and with them shock, fear, and bewilderment to the nation. The worst came during a 2-week period in July 1st in Newark and in Detroit. Each set off a chain reaction in neighboring communities. On July 28, 1967, the President of the United States established this commission and directed us to answer 3 basic questions. What happened? Why did it happen? What can we do to prevent it from happening again? To respond to these questions, we have undertaken a broad range of studies and investigations. We have visited the riot cities. We have heard many witnesses. We have sought the counsel of experts across the country. This is our basic conclusion. Now, hear this carefully, you troglodyte bastards. Our basic conclusion: our nation is moving towards two societies, one black, one white, separate and unequal. Reaction to last summer's disorders has quickened the movement and deepened the division. Discrimination and segregation have long permeated much of American life. They now threaten the future of every American. This deepening racial division is not inevitable. The movement apart can be reversed. Choice is still possible. Our principal task is to define that choice and to press for a national revolution. All right. Just like this article says, the nation is moving towards two societies, one black, one white, separate and unequal. It's still separate. It's still unequal. It's still plethora of injustices in this country, and it's been happening since the inception of the transatlantic slave trade, since 1505, that you guys created. Point blank and simple. So again, I'm not making shit up. These are facts. These are all facts that you can check out yourself. I'm not making shit up. This is, again, you guys get mad when facts are displayed. All you guys can do is look this shit up yourself. But you can't get mad at nobody but yourself anyway. You guys are doing these terrorist acts. You guys are doing these mass shootings. You guys are doing all this shit. You guys are killing your own people, or killing people classified as black, like Dylan Roof, who gets arrested and taken to Burger King after executing our people in the church. This is what y'all doing. Don't get mad at me. I'm stating facts. Point blank and simple. All right? Straight up. So anyway, shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, on my channel that subscribe and getting these troglodyte devils upset by stating facts and replying to my videos, letting them know this is what y'all do. This is y'all behavior. Shout out to all my subscribers doing that, making sure these guys are upset. These white supremacists are upset because they can't deal with facts. Straight up, point blank and simple. All right. So anyway, those are my thoughts on that, family. These comments on my last video about Devin Kelley. Hey, you know, you guys are mad. Keep posting these comments, man. You guys can't deal with reality. Apparently, you know, you can't deal with it. Let's see. Anybody else saying some dumb shit? People don't want American. Our people are being shot. All right, it is what it is, family. I'm gonna prove these comments that were classified as spam, but keep it coming. I'm gonna still keep spitting facts. This is what my channel is about: spitting facts and replacing this broken system of injustice with a system of justice. This is what I talk about on my channel. This is a counter-racism channel. I talk about counter-racism. I talk about ways to replace this broken system of racism, white supremacy with a system of justice. This is what I talk about. Deal with it. Anyway, those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Until next time, Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.